Everybody, welcome to Drunken Sailor's Brew and Barbecue. Today is beef day. Now, I love the pork barbecue. You can't go wrong with pulled pork, chops, loins, whole hog, what have you. And for that, I like to go to North Carolina, with all due respect to Memphis and KC. When it comes to beef, though, it's all about Texas, in my opinion. And today, we've got plate ribs, big ones, otherwise known as Dino ribs. And we're going to do them Texas style. Salt and pepper, pinch of garlic, pinch of cayenne, nothing crazy. And we're going low and slow on the lang. Stick around, it's going to be really tasty.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Hold up, she rises. Hey, hold up, she rises. Hey, hold up, she rises early in the morning.
Let's go ahead and get started with our seasoning. Again, it's Texas style, so it's going to be very simple. Salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of cayenne. Just come on in here and take a look at this. What I've got is some coarse black pepper. Threw it in the grinder, and this is kosher salt. It's a 1/4 cup each. Basically, same parts, 50-50. And we're going to go with just about a teaspoon of garlic powder and not much cayenne at all. Let's give this a nice stirring. And when it comes to beef, again, I'm looking at Texas. It's just they got more cows than everybody. They know what they're doing. See, we get that chunk of garlic out of there. We don't want him. So, all right. Now, to come over back to the cut. Again, these are plate ribs, otherwise known as Dino ribs. They're from the front end of the cow. You can see they're pretty thick. We got some really nice marbling here. Bit of a fat cap. Normally with pork, you're going to want to remove this silver skin. With the beef, good luck doing that. It's going to be a real big process, and it's really not going to cause too many problems. I'm just going to do a little bit of trimming on this fat. Not much at all. Just maybe some of the heavy pieces. Again, I want a nice, decent amount of cap on there to render during the smoke. There we go. And really, that's maybe this here. Not much. This is all going to render. We're going to go fat side up. Yeah, it looks good. There's a chunk over here on the back side. Just that big chunk. That's it. Now, same thing. There is a membrane on this side of the ribs. We're going to leave that on as well. That's basically going to hold it all together. If you took that off, it's going to be falling apart. Again, take a look at that marbling. It's really, really pretty. So let's go ahead and douse it with our salt and pepper. A little more piece over here. There we go. Now with this, you want to go liberal, not crazy, but a decent amount all over. Okay. Get a nice, this is going to create a nice bark, nice Texas bark. It's really going to work its way in there. Get all sides. Oh, it's looking, oh, it smells delicious. Now, we got a hot day today. It's going to be in the 90s. I think it already is in the 90s. And, you know, what better way to spend a nice sweltering summer day than managing a fire? That's what I like to do. All right, get this, and again. So for this size, we got 3 ribs here. You know what? I'm gonna end up using this whole thing. Yeah, look. So remember, we used a 1/4 cup of salt and pepper, and then just a big pinch of garlic and a small pinch, very small pinch of cayenne. And we just want to get that nice Texas crust everywhere. Okay, look at that. Man, that is nice. All right. That's good and rubbed. Looks like we are good to go. Waiting for the lang to get the temp. Cooking on hickory today. 250, 260 degrees, 260, 6 to 8 hours. It's going to be tasty. In any case, you can see we got some nice clean heat coming out of the stack here. Not you don't want that white billowy stuff. That'll make things bitter and astringent. But in any case, we're like pushing around 275 degrees. Now that'll work for today. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy on here. I'm going fat side up, right in the middle. There we have it. Get a good shot of that, Jess. Again, with the Lang here, we've got a reverse flow smoker, so the heat's going underneath that griddle plate and coming up to the left and then back out over to the right. So let's go ahead and close this up. Bam. And that's it. I'm not going to even look at this thing for another 2 hours. At 2 hours, I'm going to start basting it a little bit. I've been told apple juice, but I think I might come up with my own little concoction, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. So here we are, ready to go. Cooking is on. Let's see. It's hot up here. I can hear it sizzling. That's what you call the Lang sizzle. Ben does an awesome job. Check him out. Lang Cookers. Okay, so we've been in a little over 2 hours, and it's time to take a quick look at this thing for the first time and give it its first basting. So come on in. Cooker, the Lang here, pushing up to 300, so I did close the dampers a little bit. We're all good to go, though. Oh, yeah. Lord have mercy. Oh, my God, that smells awesome. So if you take a look over here, Jess, and you can see the meat starting to pull away from the bone. This is looking really, really good. I don't want to move it around too much. We got a ways to go. Let's, as far as that basting goes, you know what? I'm going to close this real quick so we don't lose any of that heat. And come on over here. This is great. What's great about these Langs, at least the deluxe version, is this smoker box. Well, the deluxe option. So what we've got here is my basting. That's a 50-50 mixture of Worcestershire and butter. And it's in the all nice and melted from the box. Let's get this over here. Give it a little stirring. Boy, this smells good too. All right. All right, let's open this bad boy up. Man, it's hot today. All right. Let's just give this a nice little basting. That sound you hear is what you call the Lang sizzle. Again, we are already starting to develop a nice little bark there. Oh, does that smell good? I think that might do it. All right. Excellent. One more. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's close this up. Back up there, Jeff. Wow. All right. Looking good, looking good. All right. Also, about this time, I'm going to throw the temperature probe in there. Sorry, I know I told you I wouldn't, but I got to do it. It's the first time around. And we're going to push for, we're going to go like brisket temperature. So we're only going to be in that like 190, 200 range. So we'll see how it goes. And that's all I got. So we'll be back in a couple hours and check on this again for another basting. We'll see you then. Alright guys, look, we're about 4 hours into this cook, and I just wanted to give you an idea what we're looking at so far. Open up the Lang. Just got done basting it. You can see, and I did put it at 180 degrees, so you see how that meat is pulling away from the bone quite nicely. Look at that. I'm going to get in there. Ooh, baby. Look at that. We're eating good tonight, no doubt. Alright, guys. Alright, it's time to pull this big boy off. So, let's take a look. It's been about 6 hours. There we go. Jason, come on in and take a look at that thing. The internal temp is in that 195 range, as you can see. Oh, we got a nice jiggle there. Let's go ahead and pull this guy off. Look at that. We got a beautiful bark. We're going to take Aaron Frankel will tell you. Go ahead and take a probe. Poke straight through down between the ribs. And it should just go like butter. Oh boy. Oh Lord, this is going to be good. So that's what we got. Jason, come on back up here. What we're going to do is... all right, look at me. So we're going to tent this thing in foil, about 30 minutes or so, and then cut it up, and it's eating time. I can't wait. These look really delicious. Okay, it's been about 45, 50 minutes. I think we're done resting. Let's uncover this guy and see what he looks like. All right. Oh, is that gorgeous? All right, let's go ahead and get a cut in here. Let's take a... Oh, we got... Boy, is that... It's got a nice jiggle to it. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this right down the middle of the rib. Watch that, Jess. There we go. There we go. Wow. Oh, Lord. Now, look at that. I mean, you want to talk about juicy. You getting a good focus on that, Jess? Mm-hmm. All right. That is some incredible, incredible looking meat. We got a perfect smoke ring. Again, this was a hickory fire. The final temp was in there. It was about 195. You know what? I've just got to take a piece of this. I can't stop. I can't talk about this anymore. Come on. All right. All right. So what we got. The moment of truth. Oh my God. That is pretty good. I highly recommend cooking one of these. Wow. Hold on a minute. Oh man, it's so juicy. It's got the smoke, the juice, the beef, and I'll tell you what, Texas style on beef, that's the way to go. Nothing crazy, salt and pepper, just a little bit of garlic, and a pinch of cayenne. Can't really even taste the cayenne. But that is absolutely delicious. Boy, you can't go wrong with that. So, hey, I think that's going to about do it. I know Karen, we just got some asparagus. We got some baked beans to go with this. And it's gonna turn out really, really good. And that should do it for Drunken Sailor's Brew and Barbecue. And on a final note, both Karen and the kids have just completed their second-degree black belt test for Taekwondo yesterday, and that's kind of what this is all about. So big congrats to those three. Really, really proud of them. Anyways, Drunken Sailors Brew and Barbecue signing off. Take care. God bless America. Happy 4th of July. See ya. I'm eating more of this.